This is the Bank Nifty daily charts. As you can see, a green candle formed. Now on Friday, downward trend, green candle in a sign that was potential reversal, and today we got a confirmation of it. But the market's still looking a little weak. Let me first take you to how today was traded so we can get a sense of what our plans are for tomorrow as well. This is the 15-minute charts. Now Friday the market closed at 37,225 and straddle was around 1,192 odd levels. Again, we're not trading for the 7th October expiry, we're trading for the 14th October expiry. And today the market opened up gap up at 37,392 and the straddle was around 1184 or so when I checked it in the morning. Now yesterday I was saying that this gap would be covered, and the first candle itself essentially took this sort of resistance off, and from 37,400 we didn't have any major resistance zones all the way to 38,100. So what we ended up doing today for most part was trying to identify where the market may sort of meet some resistance, and one of the first resistance we saw was here, a big candle. Typically big candle we do 50% to get us some resistance levels, and then we saw another one which was this big candle. You can see this big candle here, 50%. The next two candles are kind of taking that support, sort of meeting that resistance and then coming downwards. So we drew this to try and see where the market would go, and in the morning itself we thought it's gap up, it's hit a resistance. Option chain was suggesting that the range might be between 37.5 and 37.6 or 7. So we added a few calls in the morning, waiting for the market to come down before adding additional puts. So that's kind of what we did. We waited for the market to kind of come down, and it really didn't come down as much as we like to cover this gap to write puts, and we ended up writing our puts only majorly towards the sort of second half, or actually almost close to 3:30 we actually ended up writing puts for today. But overall, the market gave considerable decay today. What opened up around 1,184, straddle closed around 999, so just around 1,000 points. Um, but we didn't get an opportunity to write as much as we would like. We have a few calls carry forwarded for tomorrow, so we are slightly delta negative. And based on what we are looking right now, sort of uh, Singapore index is showing less global cues in terms of Dow Jones and S&P 500 are all trading in the negative. So we're thinking that that might actually have some trickle down effects to us. Now the first thing that we're going to look at is this gap potentially being covered. Now I said this was an original support. Now I think this might be a better support. So the gap here around 37,200 or so might be support. We've got a small zone, if I can, just around this level here. So around 37,500 odd levels, right? So just about 100 points, less than 100 points away from where the market's actually closed. So if it takes some support here, I think if it may sort of break this, we've got this potential gap that can be covered in the morning or during the trading day as well. So that's something that we are looking at. Otherwise, we've got the low of today as a next um, candle, I mean a sort of support, right? So that's around 37,400 odd. So we've got 37,400, 37,500 to kind of look at, and a gap at 37,200 to look at for tomorrow. On the upside, even though markets are giving indications of it sort of coming downwards, on the upside, like I said, we've got this 37,700 odd levels that we want to see what happens around the market. And above that, if I were to take this place here, this looks interesting, right? The market's coming here, bouncing back. This is around 37,900 levels, right? Let me mark that in brown. These are interesting levels on the top side, right? We've got this level where the market's coming here, bounce back, coming here, bounced. So 37,900, 37,700, and 37,600 are interesting levels for us for tomorrow. On the resistance side, on the support side, we've got it at these levels, which is 37,500, 37,400, and 37,200 odd levels. That's what we are looking at for tomorrow. So again, we didn't write too many positions today. Our overall objective of tomorrow is to see if this negative trend continues, if we have the ability to build on more positions so we can end our week in profit.